Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We're in our final few days of the summer season here on High Ridge Farm near Pelican Town. And we've got a few things to deal with. Of course, we've got a few golden coconuts that were gifted to us as part of our expeditions to the volcano, which we need to have cracked open by Clint, as we can't put them through the geode processor, which is a shame. But that's something that needs doing. We've got more crops to harvest, as we kind of expect to see. And, well, today it's chucking it down with rain, so that does make life ever so slightly easier. Now I'm just going to scythe my way through all this wheat and figure out what I'm going to replant, because we've only got another couple of days, so there's not really much point in planting anything that won't survive. So wheat is probably going to be the most sensible one for the time being. Of course, I'm planting a lot of it anyway, because as I've previously mentioned, I need it for the hay. But I can also turn it into beer and quickly turn that around for a bit of quick profit, because I can just sell it straight away rather than faff and wait, like trying to age it or anything. I've got lots of lovely fresh fruit available here in the greenhouse, which is good. Let's see what other things we've got going on today. So we've got some bait, which we can just chuck away because we don't really need that. And off we trot. Okay, now to explore a little bit. So we've got some corn there that I haven't harvested yet. So let's see if we can deposit anything in the chests for now. So quickly put things away. And I forgot I moved the silo. I've moved it to the southern part of the farm, and I fear that I might have placed it in a very awkwardly daft place, so I'm going to have to double check that one shortly. Look at all those summer spangles. They're going to be beautiful, but very annoying. Trouble is, all these summer spangles are going to take up all of the inventory space, so I'm going to have to sort that out in a moment. But I'm going to plant some more of this wheat down just for the time being, as it'll do quickly as a beginning of the season change. I'm thinking with the money I've got, I'm probably most financially benefited by if I just plant a large amount of pumpkins, as they are the highest return, if memory serves, for vegetables from the autumn period. So that would make the most sense to me, I think. Whether I'm correct on that, very different question. So, anyway. It's got some starfruit wine, nice and easy. Anything else? What should we replace that with? Well, sort this out. Now, I need to go and visit Clint, because I want him to go and smack some coconuts up. And I'm going to grab all these summer spangles, just because. I think one of the things I should do today is also go and visit Ginger Island, as I've still got more that I need to do there. A lot more that needs completing on the island, as I would very much like to get the island, well, the farm building built. I'd like to get the trader there. I'd like to get the fast travel bit sorted. So there's lots of little things that need doing. How quickly I can do them? Very different question. Righty. Do I want them to know I don't need tomatoes or hot peppers? They can go away. Right. And we'll pop the wheat away as well. Right. Let's go and sort out the animals then. Or what else? Hang on. Let's put the bombs away. Not going to need those right now. I really need to go and visit the Adventurers Guild again, just to sell off some of those damn products that I don't need. I've got so many just general bits of miscellanea that I definitely don't need that need to be sold. Lots of like weapons and clothing and that sort of thing. So nothing that's I actually need anymore. Easy enough to get rid of though. Right, so we've got some hardwood. Let's chop this one down. Excellent, it's got a pine cone. Right, let's see what the animals have provided for me now. There's some milk, easy enough. Nothing super difficult to do there. Some cheese on the go, and we'll get some eggs. That'll be easy. Look at all those egg processing machines we have. Okay, so put that in there. That goes there. That goes there. And that can go in there. Excellent. So, I do have a couple of things that need organising. I've got some of that squid ink, which is going to be quite helpful, I'm sure. I think it's used in one of the cooking recipes, like a ravioli one, I think. Ravioli? Risotto? I don't know. I think it's a risotto that uses squid ink. I could be wrong. But anyway, right, so let's see. Let's make some fertilizer because we've got some of the fish there. We'll put this back and redistribute the seeds, put the wood back away. Excellent. Lots of stone, though. I wonder what I'm going to do with that. Not sure. Maybe I'll just sell it. Well, I didn't mean to make a fried egg. That was stupid. Because, you know, they're quite easy to make by accident. I don't really need them. I can hold on to it, though, because I could use it for part of the complete breakfast. Can't I? Righty, let's just sell those. And warp my way back down here to put the hay in there. Excellent. And back into town by the looks of things now. That's the main plan, at least. Off we go. We're off. We're off in a motor car. The 50 cops are after us, and we don't know where we are. Oh, God, that was a little stupid ditty song I remember from a kid as a child. Very odd. Righty, so we need a pike for Asmodeus. That's going to be a little bit trickier because they are a bit fiddly to catch. Not impossible, just a bit more fiddly. Right, what next? So we have a mineral that we can give to Gunter. We're slowly filling it. Just a few more, I think. I think what's going to need to be done is a few more of the geodes. I need to double check and see what I'm missing. Because some of them I can remember, but others I'm going to sort of have to fudge my way through and see. Okay, process some geodes for me, even though it's really just a coconut. Oh, yeah, mango plant. And a skull. That'll be useful. And some pineapple seeds. Lovely. Okay. Let's take those away then. And let's see what we can do. I think I'll put the mango in the greenhouse, because then I can have mangoes, which would be good. Fossilized skull, I'll go give that to Professor Snail, because that's kind of a needed given, isn't it? That he needs more bony bits for his research. And those those fishy animals I might end up using. I might cook them. I'm not sure at this point. Or I could just sell them, couldn't I? Yeah, that's probably the easiest way of doing it. There we go. Go away. I don't need you. Right, to Ginger Island we go. Off we trot. Now, of course, getting my way to the island is easy enough. I just very much would like it if I could be lazy and just warp there. That'd be so much better. But, of course, that involves doing things. But oh well. Right, now, I've still got to deal with the birds that are around and about as well. Along with getting myself more of the golden walnuts, because that's going to be a needed given, because I need a lot more of them. So we're going to have to see what we can get and where we can get them from. So I think that one's that one. Where the other ones are, different question. So, off we trot. Getting some more fibre. Nothing super exciting. Now, I didn't realise that fiddleheads were actually a real thing. I didn't actually realise that they were a real, like, an actually thing that one could obtain, because, of course, they're not something that's very easily found in the UK, because they are, well, they grow in wild in wet areas of northeastern America. So I don't think I'm going to get those as part of the fiddlehead fern risotto thing, so I can't make that, which is going to be a shame, as of course I'm looking at other recipes that I can make. But I'll see what I can make in its place. I've never eaten a fern before either, so I have no idea what they're like. I might be able to find royal ferns, because they're found worldwide. But we'll have a look. It's something that I've not really foraged for things other than blackberries before, so I would feel a little bit nervous about foraging for fiddleheads or things that would be similar. So, although allegedly they are part of the traditional diets of much of northern France, so maybe I can find them in the UK. I'll have to have a look and actually see. Okay, so I can get them. Maybe I'll even grow some myself if I've got a chance. Give it a go. Very peculiar. And it cannot be eaten raw, so it needs to be cooked thoroughly. Interesting. Have to bear that in mind. Okay. Interesting. So there are some actually just seen actually in the UK near where I live, which is interesting. Yes. So I'd have to be careful with it, but I'll look into that one a bit more. So, as of course I'm just doing a bit of clearing out of this farm here, so I thought that wouldn't be quite as exciting for chatting nonsense whilst I look into stuff about the fiddlehead ferns. Now, of course, today we haven't really done a huge amount. We've got another golden coconuts. That's good. That's something else we can crack open, which is good. And let's see. What else do we need to ship out? So I do need to ship out some other eggs by the looks of things. Here we go. So I've got myself this little plan here that I need to follow through to dig up here. Is it here? No, it must be here. I mean, it might be right. I think. Screw it. I've got enough of a wide area that when I dig, there we go. So I've got a golden walnut and a quality bobber. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Let's see what else we get. Huh. Okay. So, it's 9 PM. We've still got some time today. Just going to be, what else are we going to do today while we do things? So, I need a few more golden walnuts before I can do that. That's fine. Let's have a look. Right, Professor Snail's next, I think. Let's sort him out. Well, we'll cut this tree down at least. And we'll cut this one down because deforestation on a tropical island. Yeah, we'll do that. But we need to visit Professor Snail. We've got a skull to give him. And I also need to do that counting of purple flowers. That's going to be fun. Righty. So, donate to the museum. Let's give you the frog. And the skull. So we've only got a couple more bits for the big animal. And I need the bat. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. That's the important thing. We're slowly working our way through the selection of things that we actually need to do. Okay, so let's mine these. And then we've also got some ginger to harvest. I'm a sucker for ginger. I really am. I love this stuff. Just give me more and more of it. It always makes me happy. Tastes so nice. And I really love pickled ginger. It's one of those things that I've... not say that I'd get in trouble for in a sushi restaurant, but I have at points pretty much eaten an entire pot of just sushi ginger whilst out and about, just because it tastes so nice to me. But again, I also very much enjoy pickled foods. So my Romanian co-worker is very much like, you need to try Romanian pickled foods and all that sort of jazz, which I definitely do, because I'm an absolute sucker for them. I love pickled food. It's so good. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just the tang of the vinegar just makes it taste so nice. But at the same time, I know when I was growing up, my very first job was in a fish and chip restaurant. Well, I say fish and chip restaurant, fish and chip shop. So very much for takeaway, very traditionally English. And we sold pickled eggs, which is a very common thing to see. Most fish and chip shops will have pickled onions, pickled gherkins, and pickled eggs. And most of the staff were almost like afraid of eating the pickled eggs. They were like, oh, but it's an egg. It's like, yeah, it's literally an egg with some vinegar on it. What? Tastes fine. They paid me like £5 to eat 3 pickled eggs, which, yeah, all right, I'll do that. That was nearly 20 years ago, so very silly, very funny. As you can tell, I didn't really care. I was just like, yeah, I'll eat it. £5, banging. But anyway, right, so we're going to head back down to... Okay, so it's 20 walnuts for the resort. Okay, so we're going to head back to Stardew in a moment. Not Stardew, sorry. Head back to Pelican Town in a moment. Let's see if I can catch this fish and then go. Off we go. Oh, that's quite an agitated... Not agitated, but it's very energetic. I wonder what it is. It can't be an octopus, because they're only in the morning, I think. Maybe it's a squid. Maybe. I mean, they tend to be the ones that are active in the... at night and quite energetic. But we'll see. Right. Come on. Get on the line. Stay on the line. Yeah, I see you. Come on. Come on. Nearly. Nearly. Come on. Yeah. So, having seen a few things that I thought were quite entertaining, with what some people do with some of their sheds, is they turn them into little cafes, which I think is a cute idea, and it just reminds me of all the dumb stuff that get in the UK with Clarkson on Clarkson's farm, and him essentially doing just that, and other dumb stuff, because he's Jeremy Dan Clarkson, and he will just constantly do dumb stuff. Because, of course, remember, this is the best thing in the world. Yeah, so we'll have a think. Lots of cool stuff that I can do. Right, let's ride the horse back home and get on ready for the next day. Although it's late, but it is raining. Is he here? No, he's not. Do I want to just warp back? Yeah, that's probably more sensible, isn't it? Let's do that. That'll probably be the best plan. Right. Into the house and into bed we go. Oh no! We passed out on the floor! Damn it! Oh well. It happens. Not the end of the world. Right, so plan for tomorrow. Don't pass out in the middle of the... Well, when midnight hits? Well, that's going to affect the general overall energy level, which is annoying, but it's not impossible to deal with, so not too worried. Of course, we've got lots of crops to water in the house here, and just get them done. Lovely stuff. Excellent. Right. Let's distribute our goodies, shall we? Once we water these coffee plants. Oops. Come on. There we go. Let's see what we can find to put things places. Okay, what have we got in the mail? Linus has given us a new recipe for fish taco. And we got some stone. Thanks, George. I guess I totally needed just some stone. Oh. Righty. Don't need that, don't need that. Let's just sell that for the time being. Oh, got some coconut. Whatever. Right, well. Let's just redistribute stuff into boxes, because that's the main aim at the moment. Not too difficult to do, though. Okay, so let's have a quick look through here. Can I grow the taro tubers in time? I believe I might be able to. Anything else that needs distributing? Well, I mean, the super cucumber was a nice catch. Not super useful at the moment, but, you know, it's a thing. We have them. Now, I've got some pumpkins. Could reorganize those. Don't really need them in here. Lots of pineapple seeds. I think I'm going to have to sort that out when I get to work on Ginger Island, of having a small crop of, like, pineapples. So, like, a block of 24 of them around an iridium sprinkler. I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing it. Righty, let's have a look-see then. What else? Add all that to existing stocks. Same here. Easy peasy. And same again. Well, we've got another golden coconut, which needs cracking open, which isn't exactly too much of a problem. I'm going to crack open this magma geode. Yeah, that's not the right device. There we go. So, let's grab some of these hops so we can make some IPA, which I know I've ranted about before. I'm not my jam. I'm not really sure why people enjoy a beer that's off, because that's pretty much what it is. Anyway, let's side this down and replant some wheat. There we go, lovely. Hot peppers, corn, a nice miscellaneous mix. Now, one of the main things that I would like to do is to try to save up 2 million so I could purchase, before the end of the year, the Return Scepter. I would also like to start looking at trying to build as many of the obelisks as physically possible. So money is going to be a major driving force for myself at the moment, especially considering I've only got about 500,000. So I need to figure out how to produce as much value as physically possible before the end of the year. And that's not going to be impossible. It's just going to be tricky, because it's going to require a little bit more thought and placement and figuring out exactly how I'm going to do things. That's going to be the biggest potential hurdle for me, is to really figure out how am I going to make as much money as possible. Because at the moment I'm very much pottering, not really doing much, just, you know, doing things. Now, as I planted those, I've suddenly realised that they are going to die very quickly, because it's Saturday the 27th, and they die in the autumn. Bugger. That's certainly one word for it. Right, anyway, that's annoying. So that was stupid of me. Oh well. The walrus is not the most intelligent of men, or the most intelligent of people in general. I learned that many times. Because, of course, for sheer hilarity's sake, I feel like I should tell you all, like I did a bit of a live bit of walrusing, as I was asked to DJ. I haven't done it for many years, by my friend who runs the pub we work at. Sorry, he's the bar manager, at least. He doesn't fully run it. That'd be great if he did. So I was asked to DJ. So DJ Walrus was a thing, which is a hilarious concept for me, because it's been a while, and yeah. I joked that because like the managers didn't know why I called myself DJ Walrus. I was just like, oh no, it's because I'm long in the tooth because I'm old. Just generally being a bit silly, which I think is quite normal for me. Just being a bit odd. And as part of that, it's always a joy. Righty, so we've got some more battery packs to grab here, and then we're going to also have a quick look inside the coop and the barn to see what goodies we can have a look at. I think what I would like to do is actually go down to the beach today since it's raining, because I might be able to purchase the mermaid's pendant, because Hayley is my girlfriend. She is quite happy with my existence, and I might be able to get her to marry me, which would be nice. I can't remember. I mean, I know there are some benefits in general because it's just another person on the farm, but it's not like you can put her to work. But all the same, it would be good. I still need to sell some of these eggs. I need to remember to actually do that the next time I look in the coop. Trouble is, I'm so scatterbrained, I don't tend to remember to do so. The only reason I need to ship them out is because I want to make sure I ship out a number of, I think it's 5 of every produce. I want to make sure I ship out everything. That's really it. Right, let's take some of those and put them there. This is one of the reasons I'm quite glad I have the magma geodes being provided by the lava eels. It was one of the reasons why I wanted to have lava eels in the first place, because I knew they could provide you with geodes. I think the super cucumbers could also do the same, but they give you omni geodes. I think. Could be wrong. Okay. So also to like today, I was in the supermarket and I was having a look through for different melons to see if I could find a good melon variety to use in said melon cake that I'm still planning on doing. One of the things I think I will do is as soon as the autumn season is upon us, that's when I'll start adding the food videos in at the end of the video. I think that might be a separate thing. I think I should add it in as an initial. I'm not sure. Let's try that again in English, shall we? I'm not sure whether it'd be more useful for me to try it as a end of video supplement like I did with the leek and egg one, or if I do it as a separate video. I might try it as a separate for the time being to see what we get. But at the same time, I could always bolt it on the end of another video. I'll have to decide. It shouldn't be too difficult for me to figure that out, but all the same, I have that as an option. And I can also showcase my general silliness and see what nonsense I can come up with. Right, so I need some more seeds, so I'm going to have to go and visit Pierre. That's not too much for faff. I also need to visit the beach because I'd like to see if I can get myself that mermaid's pendant. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, I need Clint to crack open that golden coconut. That would be good. And let's just put some coffee on because that's a good idea, I think. Righty. Let's mountain up and head on into town because that is the important bit we need to do. Righty. Come on, Horsey McHorseface. We have places to be. Now, let's see. I really kind of wish I had some coconut shells. Feeling very Monty Python at the moment. As I feel that that would be probably the funniest way of simulating the horse. As, of course, is the only way that they actually did it in Monty Python videos. There was one horse in the entirety of the Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, and it was the one that was used to help kill the presenter partway through the movie. Aha, there's the mariner. Righty. Yes, I will have the mermaid's pendant. Fantastic. The thing is, I've also got not the pendant. Yeah, it is a pendant that allows Krobus to move in with you if I wanted to. But it's nice that I have that and I have the option. But I feel that Hayley would be the best plan. Because I've not married Krobus, but I've had Krobus live with me before. I do like the fact that in one of the heart events for Linus, you end up asking if he would like to live on your farm and have somewhere more secure than his tent. But of course, that's a later thing. Hopefully, I'll get that soon enough with him. I need to actually do some stuff with him to improve his relationship, because I haven't really given him any gifts. Not for a while, at least. So that's something I really need to do. Remember what he likes is the other issue, isn't it? It's just trying to remember with Linus. But he's not the hardest to do. I think he's fond of coconuts. I think. Or is that someone else? Who else is... I'll have to check. So that'll be nice. Okay, so grab that sweet pea. Let's see. Let me have a look. Okay, some more sweet peas. That's stuff that's just going to get flung straight in the sales bin. Now, I'm going to have a quick look and see if I can find anything of particular use at the moment. I know I'm going to need a lot more wood going forward because of the construction projects I'm going to have going on in the house and the farm itself. So, cutting down some of these is going to be a good idea. Well, that was very nearly very stupid. I shouldn't have cut that down where I did. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Cut this down. What else have we got? Okay, now, Gil, do you have anything to give me? You do. Skeleton mask and an arcane hat. Cool. I wonder if the horse would look good with a hat. Or a skeleton mask. Let's see if I can get that on him. Oh, I've got to take the hat off first. That looks awful. That's great. I love it. That looks absolutely ridiculous. Fantastic. Okay, looks like the quarry hasn't really repopulated itself yet, so that's fine. Let's just head back to the bus stop for now. Apologies if I sound a bit sniffly and awful at the moment. I'm really struggling with my hay fever at the moment, and unfortunately for me, it exhibits itself in a rough cough. So it does mean that I am not quite as well as I'd like to be. I might also have just picked up a dose of flu or something, I'm not sure. Usually happens when the students come back into town. Although I'm not a student, I am exposed to them thanks to working in a slightly more student-related bar. I think it's a sort of amusing thing that there is a possibility that somebody out there who has listened to me knows exactly where I work. It's a terrifying concept in the same time, but alas. Not the end of the world, I don't really care too much. Alrighty, let's put these hats away. Into my little chest here, which is going to have my clothing. I've got another banana tree, which is good, so I can plant that in the greenhouse, and that'll be lovely. And it'll be good to have bananas, generally, because they're quite a useful crop. They're used in a couple of other different recipes, and it'll be nice to have them. What else? Who knows? Okay, let's plonk that down here. Excellent. So we've got the mango tree, we've got the banana tree. They're not going to be grown until the end of the autumn season, or fall season even. It's not the end of the world, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so we can make some more kegs, which is good. That's something I need. There we go, let's just slap that down. I really need to reorganize my oak resin production. Only having the 6 of them it's okay, but I need more. I need so much more. In the same way I need a lot more coal to make the preserves jars, which is very frustrating. I might have to just start smelting wood. Well, burning it to make it into charcoal. Well, coal, in this at least. Okay, so there's another 6 kegs. That's good. Let's put these away. Put the wood away. Put another 2 magma geodes in on the crusher. And see if we get anything else exciting out of them. Hopefully we get sort of just a big pile of coal. The trouble is, I'm loath to spend money getting Clint to crack them open, but it's just going to be cheaper for me to do so than obtaining the coal, if I actually look at it properly. Because the trouble is, coal isn't a guaranteed drop. And he sells coal for about 100, I think, 150. So if I value the coal being cracking open the geodes, it's, well, I'm losing 120 gold every time. So I really should, well, it would be more optimal if I do it with him, if I value it properly. Oh well. Essentially, I'm making a lot of dumb decisions, which is not unheard of. I often do make a lot of very bad, poor choices. That's just how I roll. Right, there's the other 6, because I forgot that the extras were there. And then there's those 3. Excellent. Good. So that's a lot more producing wine for us. I forgot to go visit Pierre. Drat. That's annoying. I think I might have some other seeds in one of these bins. Do I? Maybe, maybe not. Ah, well. Just have a quick look and see. Just fling stuff in bins as we go. Let's just quickly check down here. I think, okay, all the trees are good. Probably need to reorganize this, like the walking paths down there. That'd be nice. I think that's going to be a plan for tomorrow, is to reorganize the trees and the general planting of stuff. Shouldn't be too difficult to do, though. Especially if I can lay down some of these floors. I might even be able to do that now. Let's give this a go. Right, so let's make this a bit more organized and uniform. Make it a bit more presentable. That's what I'm after here. Oh, I can't place there because there's a seed in the way. Where you can, up you come. We'll plonk these here. Okay. Now what? Nothing in the way? Or is that just I can't place a piece? Okay, I just can't place a piece there. Fine. Right. Let's have a look-see then. Let's do this. Nice perimeters like so. Cut this one down, out of the way. Let's reorganize all of these just so it's a bit easier. And then we can have some nice planned placement of trees. That is good. Because that's what I'm after, is a little bit more a well-presented, well-organized layout. There we go, that'll be nicer. Lovely. We'll place that there. And then grab some seeds. So that's maple syrup seed. So maple plants giving us maple syrup, which is fine. But I do need much more oak resin. I think I need to plant some more, well, make some more tree fertilizer so I can actually have this all ready. Really more efficiently on the go. I think that'd be good. There we go. Yes, because I've got loads of pine tar. I don't really need that many more pine trees, do I? Let's just have oak resin. Excellent. Then we've got a nice organised little growing, tapping placement. That'll be good. And add to existing stockpiles. We will open up this geode, because that's easy enough. And off we go. Right, I think that's time for bed for Saturday now, so on to Sunday we go. Oh, let's just quickly grab these, and we've still got time enough to prepare these, I think. That'll be good. We'll grab that, and then let's make some strawberry jelly. No, hot peppers, pickled hot peppers. So that's something I've never had, is a pickled pepper. No, that's a lie. I have had pickled peppers. Pickled hot peppers specifically, actually, yeah. I've had them in sandwiches. I like the fact that I pay attention to stuff that actually happens in my own life. I mean, I'm the one who buys them. I should remember. It's the joys of doing all the shopping. I mean, living alone, you kind of have to do all the shopping. Otherwise, you starve. It's how life works, don't you know? You know, life pro tips from the Walrus. Don't starve. Also, another great game. Very good fun to play with other people. But you do churn through your food very quickly. Right, let's water all this stuff. Some more cactus fruit, got some more hops. Doesn't look like the pineapples are ready, that's fine. Here we go, let's water this lot. Bloop. And off we go. So we'll just grab some more coffee to put in here. Lovely. And just water the coffee bushes here as well. Okay, so now 12 more coffee beans. Nothing needs replacing down there, which is fine. I still need to make more of those aging casks. That's something I need to do. Okay, oh, the Queen of Sauce. What have you got? Roasted hazelnuts. I do enjoy roasted and salted hazelnuts. Them and roasted and salted almonds are my favourites. I'm an absolute sucker for them. Like, they're expensive, I know, but I'll always have a couple of tubs of them at Christmas time. Just around the house. Like not like when I was growing up, my grandparents used to have like just a big bowl of nuts, like hazelnuts, walnuts, Brazil nuts, that sort of thing, just out in the house. And it was one of those things that, like, when I was growing up and when I visited my grandparents, because I think they instilled it into my mother, this as a sort of thing, we never had to ask for a snack if it was like fruit or a bit of veg or a handful of nuts or something. We only ever had to ask if it was something like a packet of crisps or a chocolate biscuit. And because of that, I tend, maybe because of that's the way I was brought up, I do tend to snack a lot on fruit and other things like that. And I do enjoy having bowls of fruit around the house. Like mandarins, satsumas, bananas, apples. Unlike my parents, I don't really often have pears. That's something I've never really gotten into pears. I've always found them a bit too sweet. Maybe that's the type of pear I eat, though. Right, so I'm going to turn those into ancient fruit seeds. And hopefully I don't get the mixed seeds out of them, because I want as many ancient fruit as possible. There we go. Excellent. Aha, there we go. Oh yeah, my inventory's full. That was stupid. Right, let's plonk that away for now. But yeah, if you think that's a bit of a strange one, or if you personally had a different way that your family would deal with snacks and things, yeah, why not say? It's just the way that I was brought up. It's what I'm personally used to. Not saying it's the best plan, but it did mean that I did eat a lot of fruit. And still do. Don't think it's a terrible thing. And it does also mean that when I snack as well at home, I do tend to eat nuts and such, which can be a bit bad, because I know how like fatty nuts can be, and just the amount of detritus that one ends up with after eating a big bag of peanuts. It's so much fun. Alrighty, so we got those trees planted and ready to grow. We've got all this grass here that I'm just going to scythe my way through slightly. Plonk some hay in the silo. Lovely stuff. And, okay, you've got a quest for us, fish. Well, the squid want us to bring them some coral. Not too difficult. We'll just have to try and get some of that from the beach. Cucumber roe. Excellent crayfish. Yes, I need to go and bother Pierre before I forget today. We've only got a little bit of time, really, before the end of season, as in today is the last day of summer. So let's see what we can get. So we've got upset a battery pack. Nothing exciting there. Useful if I want to make more iridium sprinklers, really. Which at the moment, maybe. I can't really think of what else the battery packs are. I think it might be just the lighting stuff. Like the general stand lamps. Maybe I should make a few more of them. Give it a little bit better illumination. Won't hurt, will it? Alright, well, let's fling some of these eggs in the sales chest and see what they, if they're what I need to sell, because that's the important thing here. Okay, so let's fling all that in to our sales bin. That's easy peasy. Should I sell the battery packs? I've got quite a few of them. Maybe. Yeah. Same with the maple syrup. I've got a lot of it, but I'll figure that out. Okay, so off we head on, back on up. So I need a lot more wheat. So I'm probably going to have to go and purchase a lot of that from Pierre, which isn't exactly a terrible thing. I might buy like a full stack of like a 999 or 1,000 of it, because it's something I'm going to be growing a fair old bit of anyway. And it probably wouldn't hurt to have, really. Let's see what I can make from the bone fragments. Maybe some more tree fertilizer. Oh, fiddlesticks. Used the wrong thing. Didn't mean to teleport back to the farm. Essentially like 20 steps back. There we go. Oh, that was stupid. Then again, never claimed to be clever. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Deposit everything back. And let me have a think. Yeah. Let's put the bone fragments back away for now. Glowstone ring. Do I need any of these? Not really. Huh. Right, I think it's stone and fibre to make tree fertilizer, isn't it? Let's see if we can make some of that. Probably wouldn't hurt, will it? But at the same time, I also should probably grab 200 stone, 5 of the algae, and 5 of the seaweed that I've got in the fridge, because actually, I want another pond. And if I can use... I've got so much stone, it probably wouldn't hurt for me to do so more than anything, really. Honestly thinking about it. So let's quickly redistribute this. Anything else I don't need in here? That's fine. Right. Let's us fertilize some trees. That's easy. Excellent. And, well, let's go visit Robin. And then on to see Pierre, because both of them are needed to be seen so we can get stuff done. Robin, I would like to have to build some stuff, and Pierre, because I need some seeds before the season changes. Although, admittedly, the seeds that we can purchase as of tomorrow as well, because they're available in both the summer and fall seasons. Not the end of the world. Right, Pierre. Ah. Okay. Aerobics. Now, having done our aerobic classes before as well, like I remember when I was at school, we were given an aerobics class as sort of like to see what it was about. They are exhausting. Like, it looks like it's just a bunch of middle-aged women just in a room. It'd be fine. No, don't underestimate that stuff. It is physically draining. Like, it's so much cardio just going up and down like a step, especially if you look at the aerobics like step platformer things. My goodness. Absolutely exhausting. And I will freely admit, I was a fat teenager. I was one of those chunky boys. But, whoo, I don't think I'd be much better at it now. And I'm in a lot better shape than I was then. Still exhausting. So, I don't know why Harvey's embarrassed about it. I mean, he's literally doing it with the wives and daughters of many of the people in the town. So people know. Nobody cares. Don't be silly about it, Harvey. If you are doing something that is helping you stay healthy, don't be embarrassed about it. Like, There's no reason to be. Like, in the same way, I'm not embarrassed about the fact that I play Pokemon Go because I use it to keep healthy. I go on reasonably long walks. I try to walk 5 kilometers a day. Off and about, just looking for Pokemon. It just gives me something to do while I do it. Does mean I tend to walk the same sort of loop, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still trying to stay healthy, and that is an admirable goal. So, silly Harvey being embarrassed for no real reason. Especially in, like, a small town, everybody's going to know. Which I guess is why Lewis might be so on edge about him and Marlene, but silly old sod. Like, again, if there's nothing, like, terribly bad, like, stopping you from enjoying yourself, and, like, if you care about each other enough, like they seem to, don't force yourself to hide it. I don't think anyone in the town really cares. You can't really keep anything secret in a small town. I grew up in one, I know. Like, everybody knows everyone. It's very much like, oh, Mrs. Miggins over the road, she said she saw so-and-so doing this. Oh dear, here we go. Maru is smashing stuff up in her bedroom. Hi. I am indeed the walrus. Let me come into your bedroom and see what madness you are making. I mean, it looks like an egg. Okay. Put my hand here. And you're going to turn it on. And what's going to happen? Oh, you're going to electrocute me. Fantastic. Thank you for that, Maru. That's exactly what I wanted. Thanks. Yeah, the burn cream. That's the first thing you should do with. Like, I mean, just check and see that I'm, like, not on fire, not dead. You know, that important things there. Silly Maru. Well done. I mean, I wouldn't worry so much about ruining a moment. You literally got me to put my hand on a machine. That's I don't quite have enough. I would like to buy Pam a house, but I'm going to build these open rooms because, yes, it'll be nice. Okay, there we go. Boop. And these are free, which is great. Makes life so much better. Blonk. More stuff to put in, which would be nice. Nah, I kind of want the wall there. I like having it. What else could I do? Yes, this is where the building thing. Building a fish pond. Now, where am I going to put it? Where could I put it? I think it's the next question, really, isn't it? Huh. I'm going to move this, at least, slightly, so I can actually access these 2 trees. So I can now construct myself the fish pond and place it somewhere vaguely sensible. But where? I think it's going to have to be in here for now. I'll move it around later, but just slap it in here for the time being. There. That'll be the sturgeon pond, so I can have proper caviar. Lovely. Okay, so can I purchase anything else as useful? Not really. Ah, gold brazier. I'll learn that because why not? Right. On my horsey, let us go. We have some seeds to be planting. And some general exploration to do, because see if there's anything else of use around and about. It's kind of the aim at the moment. Okay, Sunday. What else can I do on Sundays? Ah, yes, the lady with the travelling cart is around and about. I also want to check on the beach. I might even run into Haley if I keep looking around. She's usually around here somewhere, isn't she? Nope. Huh. Where she disappeared to? Oh, there she is. Romantic proposal on a bridge. Yay! Haley accepts to be my wife. Woo! 3 days. So on Wednesday, we are going to get married. I'm glad you're happy. How cute. I don't think I would have ever dreamed that a man would ride on a horse over towards a bridge, jump off of it, thrust a mermaid necklace at me as a marriage proposal, but village life, it makes you think about certain weird things, doesn't it? Blah, 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 Krobus. I would like all your void and solar essence, please. Yep. I mean, I can't really say much. I haven't really given much thought about the idea of even being married. Well, again, at least, right. So into the wilderness we will go, because I want to go and visit the travelling cart. There's Abigail. I think Abigail was the first character I ever married in Stardew. Because, you know, that's... I don't... Was it Abigail or was it Leah? I can't remember. One of the two. It's very much the... I could boot up the older saves, because being that they're all cloud saves, I still have them all. Which surprised me, actually, because I didn't realise that when I booted it up on here, it would actually be able to give me access to them, which I wasn't, believe me, I very much was not upset about. Great. Same like Binding of Isaac, because the computer I use for this is a bit newer than my previous old laptop, which is something I really need to work on. I need to fix that. Unfortunately, when I was a couple of months ago, my house was struck by lightning, and the lightning strike actually managed to fry the computer. The motherboard essentially got damaged by the electrical surge, which is a real shame, because that's not a cheap fix. And yeah, okay, the laptop was a little bit older, and the trouble is, fixing it will probably cost about the same as buying a new one, which kind of sucks. I need to report it to the insurance, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out whether it's going to be more beneficial to me to actually buy a new replacement one. Like, considering I've got all the data on a cloud storage system, it might very well be. It'll have to be just depend on what the insurance company says in the end. Mostly because I would quite like to have a laptop that works really well, because playing games and stuff and doing all my editing in my office is probably a good idea, and not me doing it in my bedroom. But at the same time, sometimes you do just want to just sit down and not do anything, and potato in bed. Just feel very lazy. But that's just my laziness kicking in there, I think. That's the problem with me. So I'm a very lazy man. Which, you know, at least I'll admit it. I won't lie about the fact that I'm a lazy old sod. Okay, let's see if we've got any mushrooms. Okay, common and red. Nothing super exciting there. Well, those can get put in the sales hopper, because, yeah, don't really care. What next? Ah, so we've got some more fertilizer. Ooh, quality 10. That's good. Let's put some more bone in. See what we get. Maybe we might find some more useful stuff. You never know. We'll put those away. Anything else? Very much nothing wrong with a good old bit of redistribution of the storage chests anyway. Okay, so we'll just fling that in here and reorganize this. Now, of course, there's not going to be a huge amount that I can do right now before the autumn begins. It's just going to be double checking stuff, making sure things are organized and ready to roll. My plan for the autumn season is to grow as many high value crops as possible, which I believe is the pumpkin being the most valuable of the autumn crops, but I will probably grow some other things as well, just because. And it probably won't be a terrible plan for me to just distribute a large quantity of just fruit and veg everywhere. and trying to sell as much as I physically can, because I want money, and I wonder how much money I can actually feasibly make before the end of the year. It'll also depend on if we get an interesting challenge put forward by any of the what is it called? The notice board, like the quests, like the grow 100 of this doobery. So we'll see what that gives us as an interesting challenge or task. Right, I'm going to need a bunch more tappers. So that's fine. Put the wood away. Put the copper away. And anything else. Right, there we go. Let's put the tappers in there. So we've got 12 tappers. That's good. So that'll give us a good opportunity to access the sap of like the oak resin, the maple seeds, all of that useful goodies. Alright, let's quickly portal ourselves to the beach. Oh yeah, crushes, I forgot about the midnight jellies. Oh, that was a waste. Damn it, that's really annoying. I didn't know that that would actually get in the way of that. I mean, it makes sense, but it's a shame you lose the item. Fiddlesticks. Right. Well, that's annoying. Let's take a long, leisurely route to the beach, then. Amble around, cut some stuff down. Maybe I'll go down through the sewers, like the bottom route in. Something like that. Still very annoying. Didn't think about that. But then again, the midnight jellies, totally forgot that that was a thing. I really need to pay attention to the calendar a little bit more often, because that would be a very good idea. Especially when it comes to remembering people's birthdays as well, because I'm very bad at actually checking. That should be something I should do more often, because better friendship. And that's never a terrible thing. No. I'm trying to think of what other things you can actually put the hats on. I think you can put them on your scarecrows. Maybe I should start doing that. Put some weird, silly hats on scarecrows. That'd be fun. Just look a bit sillier. See what other ones I could get. I mean, I like my golden coconut helmet. It looks like a really heavy-duty BMX helmet from when I was a kid. Because I vaguely remember BMXing becoming a big thing within teenage society. Weird concept to suggest that. Admittedly, when I was a bit younger, I was like, but what's the point? It's just a bike. Didn't get it. But then again, I was much more into rollerblading. Brother was into skateboarding. But I just remember awful games coming out with a like BMX type craze thing. It was always good fun. Righty, so we're going to head on down to the beach, and then we get to watch the midnight jellies, and then that will pretty much wrap up this episode by the looks of things. So let's see what we can find. I mean, there's not likely to be anything super difficult or exciting. It's just a shame there's no coral on the beach. I mean, you've still got a chance, Hayley. It's very fair. They're babies. Fair enough. Okay, the moonlight jellies are in. Ooh. Well, give it a go. Launch that boat, Mr. Linus. Launch that boat. Here we go. It's something I guess I've never really seen as an idea. It's like seeing that. And I do wonder, is Hayley stood next to me because we're engaged to be married? Or is that just happened to be where she normally stands? I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention to the cutscene last year. I probably could have a quick look through back and see. I guess although I do live coastally, I don't have anything like this. Mostly because I live near the busiest little waterway in Europe, I think. It's got the most boat traffic per hour than anywhere else. It's ridiculous. I live near one of the largest shipping ports in the south. So much fun that is. But that's quite pleasant. Seeing a lot of jellyfish just come up by and be all glowy and stuff. Kind of cool. Kind of interesting. And that one there looks very weird, that green one. Wonder if that's anything particularly special. Very weird looking. Huh. I obviously not paid enough attention to notice that one before. Oh well. It's nice and soothing and pleasant though, isn't it? And that's kind of a lot of just Stardew Valley in general, isn't it though? It's just soothing and pleasant and lovely. Okay. So the glow has faded. Moonlight jellies carry on to the great unknown. And I return to the farm, where I have a few things to stash in boxes, and some bones to put in the bone mill, and general organising of stuff and gubbins. I've got so many pine cones. Really should get rid of some of those. I don't need 211 of them. Right, let's burn those up good. Get into the house. So I'll just redistribute the gubbins here, and I'll use this opportunity to thank you all for tuning in. And if you did enjoy watching this today, please do give us a like, share, subscribe, those sorts of useful things, because genuinely it does help. And something I have noticed is slowly getting more subscribers. It's something that's really pleasant. It makes me feel really happy. It's kind of nice to see like people are enjoying the daft stuff that I'm putting out. But if you are enjoying it, please do comment as well. I do love reading your comments, and I'm always happy to respond to them, because I think it's kind of important to engage with one's audience. And yeah, if you have anyone else you'd think you'd like to share this with, please do. But for now, I'll bid you all a fond farewell, and I will hopefully catch you again on the next time The Walrus Plays Stardew Valley.